What up, what up, what up? You already know what time it is. Welcome back to another exclusive season premiere episode of 1 Hour Talk with Mazee. I am your host, Maserati Santana. This show is brought to you by 3D Energy. So make sure you tap into that, crack that can, feel that power and that rush of 3D Energy. Tonight, my guest on the show, but what more could I say? She's a serial entrepreneur. She's from a small town in North Carolina. I'll let her tell you what that is. And tonight I'm interviewing KP. What's the word?
Hi.
How you feeling?
I feel great.
Welcome to 1 Hour Talk with Mazee.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We get into the real raw uncensored up here, so welcome. It's all good.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So I did mention that you was from a small town in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Kind of elaborate on where you from.
Small old Rocky Mount, 252. The real 252. You know, 252 got a couple of different places, but I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Okay. And what is it like being from Rocky Mount? She said a 252, baby.
Yes.
What is it like being from there?
Real small town. You know, I wouldn't really say everybody know everybody, but you know, you always got a face that you're familiar with. A couple of different faces that you're familiar with. Ain't too much over there.
Right.
At all. Like they coming up now, you know, building a couple of new places and stuff, and I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people popping their shit up there. So
for real?
On the way.
You started popping your shit first, right?
You know, just a little bit.
No doubt. So you are a serial entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people come up here and they say they're a serial entrepreneur. But like, I do kind of want to like crack down on what that really means. You know what I'm saying? So like for you, you say that you are a serial entrepreneur. Kind of break that down for me and my audience. What makes you a serial entrepreneur?
Serial entrepreneur. Of course, you know, I have multiple business endeavors. Real hustler, real figure it out and work my way through it. But a serial entrepreneur, you know, I'm looking to chase everything that I wanted to chase as a kid and couldn't see myself doing. I'm looking to bring that to life and make it more modern, you know. What
did you want to chase when you was a kid? You remember what you wanted to chase when you was a kid?
For sure.
Okay. Break that down.
Okay, so you know how like as a kid, like you might be pretending, oh, I'm playing teacher, or oh, I'm playing doctor or something like that. I was playing different roles. But the biggest one that I remember like doing as a kid was just being creative. Making stuff in my room, making stuff out of duct tape, crayons. I'm talking about all types of crazy stuff. Like, I got in so much trouble as a kid just from making stuff. And my parents, they'll say it now, like, yeah, you know, I used to be up in my bedroom till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
You was experimenting with a lot of shit.
Experiment at like 9.
Your parents, they used to whoop your ass?
Yeah. My daddy for sure.
You know, you ever had one of them whoopings like, you know, you get in trouble at school, like anytime you get in trouble and it's like you got to get both whoopings by both parents and whatever.
Got to get it by both of them.
Yeah. What's the worst you ever got whooped though?
Ooh, it's a couple of them. I think the worst.
Yeah, what's the worst? Like, you know, like, oh shit.
What was it? I think at one point I was like, oh, no. I think I made like some type of detox drink. This was when I was like middle school.
She made a detox drink.
I made a detox drink.
I had a flag, I'd throw it.
Crazy work. Crazy work. And I put like lemon, mint. You know, people just put like the cut up slices of stuff in water and let it sit.
Yeah, but you was making a detox tea.
Something like that.
Damn.
And it did not go right.
I bet it did.
I ended up sick for the rest of, I think, like 2-3 weeks. Sick as a dog. I'm talking about I'm coming home. I can barely even move. And I told my parents, you know, like, they're like, what did you eat? What did you drink? And I'm like, I made da-da-da-da-da. My daddy flipped. He like, what do you think you doing? Who do you think you are? I'm like, in my head, I'm just doing stuff. But yeah, I got my ass tapped for sure.
Damn. That's crazy. You got siblings?
For sure. I'm the baby of, it's 4 of us.
So I know they watch you get your ass tapped a couple times,
for sure.
Right?
And it's been a couple times where they was like, I remember my oldest sister, Monique, she told me, she said, yeah, you know, you're just a little weird kid. Because of the stuff I used to make, it used to be like weird, but it it used to function for real.
Tell you something that's weird. The first time you ever rebelled against your parents.
Ooh.
What was that like?
Rebelled as in
Like, I ain't doing what you saying, dude. Like, shit, I'm grown now. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, yeah, that type of rebel.
Let's
get to it.
Junior year of high school. Probably junior year.
Yeah.
And senior year. I was outside. Like, I was real outside. It was so bad. I remember telling my parents, okay, it's this party this weekend. I want to go. My parents real strict. They don't play like that, especially my daddy. Real strict. I remember telling them, it's this party this weekend. I really want to go. I'm going with this person, this person, this person. They knew my friends, so it wasn't too much that they weren't knowledgeable about.
Right.
But I told them, I said, okay, I'm staying with this person. This is what time we leaving the party. I'm driving. We not drinking. You know.
Lying.
Like
a motherfucker.
Out my dude.
Yeah, go ahead though.
Pulling it out. And he's like, they're like, okay, we'll let you go. That's fine. So I would go stay at my friend's house, and she ain't had no real like guardianship for real. So we was just outside for real, doing whatever, and however we could figure it out, we was getting there. So we would go to the party. After the party, we would go to cookout, be outside with all. If you from Rocky Mount, you know. But yeah, we just be outside. It was one time I told him I was somewhere. I told my daddy I was somewhere that I wasn't, and he was so crazy. He would check my location, and if it wasn't on, then he would pull up to my friend's house and see if my car outside. And if my car was outside and it was no lights out there and my location said something else, he like, okay.
So your dad
drove?
Your dad ain't play about you.
He did not play about me.
Your dad was stalking you.
For sure.
Now that's
as he should have, because
but he was stalking you.
He was making sure I was straight. Like, when I say it was so much stuff could have happened to me and it didn't, because he made sure everything was straight. The car, my phone. I would get home, and of course they would press the issue, but I'm like, oh, da, da, da. But it was one time, oh my gosh, I have to tell this story, because me and my friend, we still laugh about this to this day.
Go ahead.
It was this one time, we had a game. I was a varsity cheerleader. So me and my friends, we was all on the cheer team. We had a game, a basketball game. We went to the game. After the game, we told my parents, we going out to eat. Mm-hmm. Me, 3 of my other friends, 4 of our younger friends at the time, we all went out to eat. We like, oh, we taking our mentees out. That's what we gonna call them. We taking them out. We going to Chili's. We go to Chili's, and at the time they did not know I smoked.
Smoke what? Weed?
They didn't know. They didn't know
KP,
what
you was
I was
smoking
doing.
weed?
I was, unfortunately.
KP was smoking bud.
But, at the time they didn't know, so I'm not going to tell them.
Yeah.
I tell them. I'm getting in trouble. So we tell them, yeah, this is what we about to go do. Cool. We get to Chili's. But, of course, we gotta smoke before we eat. We kids. We got to do what we got to do. Got one of my guy friends, we got him to basically lie for us and say that it was him who was smoking. At the time, I wasn't driving, and my other friend wasn't driving, but she had her mama car. And her mama worked with, like, some serious people. So we left, like, the Relo pack, we left it in the car, in the back seat. Like, 3 of them. Mm. So she got up the next morning. Of course, she driving to work. She flipped on her. My friend in the group chat, she texting us, who left the stuff in the back seat? Who left this in the back seat? She cussing us out. She mad at us. And I'm like, rightfully so, because your mama she don't play. So, yeah, my friend mama, she snapping on her. My friend snapping on us. And we trying to figure out in the group chat, we like, dang, how we going to play this? Like, how we going to get out of this? Because my parents don't play neither. So I'm like, okay, let me call Chant. Let me call my friend. Call my friend. I'm like, hey, can you can you say da-da-da-da-da-da? He's like, yeah. Like, but he ain't got no involvement for real, so they can't go back to him and ask. So.
And you didn't really tell him what was going on.
You know.
You just asked for a favor.
Yeah. I told him after the fact.
Gotcha.
So, of course, you know, my friend mama, she called my parents, snitched on me, and my daddy came in the house and was like, so what's this going on? Like, you smoking now? And I'm like, no, that was such and such. Like, such and such came to Chili's with us, and he just sat in the back seat. He didn't smoke in the car, but, you know, he smoked. We don't. Keeping it innocent, keeping it real cute. Whole time, and I laugh with my daddy about this now, but whole time when my daddy walked up to the house, my car's sitting outside. I ain't moved my car since the night before. All 4 windows was down.
In your car?
In my car, all 4 windows was down. 3 more Rello packs in my front seat, in the driver's seat.
So now he knows.
He should know, but he didn't see it. He
What?
walked right past it.
Okay, this is some dumb shit right here.
He walked past it, so he didn't know. Even after he came in the house and was asking me about it.
Do you think?
Not a clue.
Because you know what? I told you, your pops was on some stalker shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to Pops.
For sure.
Like, nothing was ever going to happen to you
For sure.
if he had anything to do with it, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is this. Like, I kind of want to, like, turn it to another direction because it's like Pops was on you, but could it have been that your Pops was trying to make sure... I'm pretty sure your Pops is smart. He knew you was smoking, but he knew you probably was smoking responsibly with your friends, but he was after the bigger fish. He was like, yo, who she fucking with? You know what I'm saying?
He was mostly making sure, like, nobody was doing nothing crazy to me. Like,
right.
That was his main thing.
Right.
Because even when he pressed me about the whole smoking issue, it was never like how he would when it was, like, about a boy at school or something like that.
Yeah.
It was more so like, you smoking now? Let me know something. Yeah. And I remember telling him, like, no, I'm not smoking. But
you realize this whole time you should have probably just been honest.
I should have.
Like, yo, yeah, Dad, I smoke. He probably been like, look, if you gonna smoke, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you smoke right here where I can monitor you. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been dope for you because then he would have trusted you. He probably just wanted you to just be honest with him. So
he probably did.
Yeah. But... Yeah. So let's get on your business. Like what like kind of like inspired you to start your first business?
My very, very first business was when I was starting to do eyebrows. What inspired me to do that was, it was kind of spontaneous. Like, I would do my own eyebrows. Mm-hmm. And before I was doing my own, I would go to the Chinese people and they would mess my eyebrows up. If you know, like, that's a girl experience. You go to them people, they gonna mess your eyebrows up at least 2-3 times.
Do they ever mess your nails up too?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. But, that's neither here nor there. But
right.
Once they started messing my brows up, I'm like, okay, let me just start doing my own. And I knew to experiment with it because I'm an experimenter.
Yeah.
So I started buying some wax from Sally's and started practicing on myself. I bought some eyebrow tint offline and figured out how to do my own eyebrows. And everybody used to compliment my eyebrows. So I'm like, okay. Started doing it for my friends, and my friends, they did not play about me at the time. So they like, yeah, girl, we about to start posting your stuff, and we about to get you some clients. I had a friend who had a bunch of family members, and they kept me booked for show. They would ask me to come to them. I pull up on them, bring the wax, bring the tint.
You in there?
The thread. I'm in there. I'm full on. They laid back on their chair, and I'm doing their brows.
And it's funny that you say that because I think this question would go good with what we're talking about right now. Like, what's something that you invested in, like just in within yourself that you felt like you kind of hit it big? Like, you know what, this investment right here, I know I'm getting some money. How you was pulling up on them people and you brought the wax and all of that, like you was just like they go to now. They could depend on KP. So, what was one of your biggest investments that you hit it big?
My biggest investment was my current beauty business as a makeup artist, as a traveling makeup artist. I started that in 2019 on campus at Winston-Salem State University. In my dorm room, listen, the dorm hall as a whole, Martin used to be the trap. We had braiders, we had hairstyles, we had people with lashes, we had eyebrows, makeup, whatever you could think of, we had it. So everybody was hustling. We was all college students just trying to figure it out. And once I found my bag, I'm like, okay, let me stay here and really build it up. And it didn't pop on campus like I wanted it to, but I know God had a play in it. You know, he definitely directed it the right way. And it was a few appointments here and there during homecoming, but then COVID hit in March, and Winston-Salem said, y'all got to get up out of here. They sent us back home.
Yeah, so hold it right there. So, okay, let's go back to high school. What was you like in high school?
In high school, I think people's biggest opinion of me was I'm the preppy girl. The preppy one.
I can see that. You was loud but preppy too? Yeah. Okay, so you had... you can't take the hood out of some of them.
A little loud.
Okay, you was a little loud, but...
But other than that, like, I feel like I was real chill. They knew I had a very strict program. I ain't play like that.
And you was a cheerleader? Mm-hmm. You still know one of them cheers?
Huh?
Do you still know one of the cheers that you used to do?
For sure. I know them, but...
Could you... I'm just saying if you could do like a quick 10 seconds or something. And you know it's... I'm just saying.
I wish I could.
Because I know like you be like, geek.
Okay. The voice was on 10.
Yo.
If you know, you know. If you was there, you was there.
Yeah. I love to put people on the spot in a good way though, because it's like, damn, you know, you may leave here and be like, damn, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? And you can incorporate that somehow into your business now. You're a serial entrepreneur. So you know how to brand. You feel what I'm saying?
Very much.
But high school, I often ask people about how they were in high school because I still feel like high school kind of defined who you are just a little bit. You know what I mean? Was you popular in high school? Was you a nerd in high school? Was people always bullying you in high school? You know what I'm saying? Because people take different, paths in life. But like for you to be popular, you was bossed in.
I wouldn't say I was popular though. Like
you was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And everybody knew you. You was popular.
I don't think everybody knew me though. I think they knew my face, but they didn't know much about me. Just because I wasn't, with Rocky Mount being, I feel like so small, even the kid, when we were in middle school and like early high school, they would throw parties and these lavish like kid clubs and stuff. Star City. I went outside then. I ain't get outside for real until my junior year of high school. Like I said, my parents were strict, real strict.
Yeah, so you had to sneak out and all that shit, huh?
Not really sneak out. I never snuck out.
Oh, they want that strict.
I
when you got to sneak out.
Listen, I never snuck out because I was scared.
I'm just saying, we seen some strict parents.
Yeah.
And when you got to sneak out,
yeah.
Oh yeah, it get real serious. And you know what I'm saying? And I guess I always looked at it like, yo, if you're going to sneak out, you might as well go ahead and do whatever you want, live it up. Because when you get back, it might be a light that's left on, and you like, what the fuck? And you get up in there, and and it is what it is. But those days kind of define us who we are now. Did we learn from that? Did we not learn from that? But being as though that you left high school, okay, now you at Winston-Salem, and they had to get y'all out of there. Well, what else was y'all known for? We just talking about Winston-Salem and Trey Ford anyway. Like, y'all was hustling, getting money, with hair and eyebrows and all of that stuff. But like, was y'all partying? Did y'all ever go to A&T? You know what I'm saying? A party? Like, what was y'all doing?
So that's the thing. When I went to college, I kind of got back reserved into myself. I calmed down after high school. Majority of my friends, we just kind of went all our separate ways, and I was also in a relationship at the time.
Right.
So he kept me put up. He ain't play that neither. He kept me put up. I didn't go to many parties. I really recall only like one or two parties that I went to in college, which is crazy because I went from partying almost every weekend in high school to nothing.
But all of these people, they didn't play about you.
Yeah.
So they kind of like put you up.
They put me up.
Now
everybody.
If I had a flag, I probably would throw it again. Because here's where I got to ask this question. Okay, you had all of these people that was around you that put you up. Mm-hmm. It's like they didn't want you to come out to play. So it's kind of like, where would KP be at? Like, let's say like everything was different. Let's say these people, they cared about you, but they gave you leeway. They gave you free will, like God give us free will. They gave you free will just to be you, just to be who KP really is. So when I bring people up here and I say, yo, who are you really? You feel what I'm saying? But like, I don't think people know who you are really because they didn't allow you to be you.
Right.
And then when it tried to come out, kind of like the Hulk, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Banner, you know what I'm saying? In the Hulk. And it's like, I'm angry. But then it's like, no, chill. Because I'm not even going to be. But it's like, yo, who is KP really? Like, y'all didn't even allow her to be who she is.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that?
Unfortunately, like when I was 20, I'm 25 now, but when I was 20, I took that whole year to relearn myself. Like find out who I am and what KP really like to do. And during that time, like I healed a lot of me because like you said, you know, a lot of the people who cared about me because I was the baby.
They put you up.
They put me up and they I'm not gonna lie, they kept me from branching out and doing a lot of stuff that I should have been doing to get to where I am now. Because
you was on a restriction.
Yeah.
And why do you think people always say this? The preacher kids are always the worst kids. Worst. And the reason why they say that, I am a preacher child. You feel what I'm saying? And my parents are strict too, where we had to sneak out. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand where you coming from, but it's like, yo, when you have parents like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, why I can't do this and why is it forbidden for me to do it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I thought like if we're going to be on earth, if we're going to be here, we human beings, we got to learn. And some people are just really stuck in like the older time where how they grew up. And you know, sometimes now it's 2025 about to be 26. You got 4-year-olds on phones.
Yeah.
And knowing how to swipe through. And it's like, damn, y'all know how to post too?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So it's like, you know, do you feel like people allowed you to be you?
To a certain extent. I feel like there was a lot of things that I learned that I couldn't do from my siblings. Mm-hmm. But there was also things where it was just like, oh yeah, my parents ain't going for it with me specifically. And yeah, like you said, it kind of stunted my growth a little bit, just a little bit. But they also did, you know, give me that leeway to, like I said, they let me go to parties here and there. When I got older and of age and was able to, you know, communicate better and actually handle responsibilities, they let me do my thing. But they also said, you know better. Don't play.
When they see you up here, what they gonna say?
I don't know. Hopefully they proud of something.
Should be. Let's move along though. What's a stereotype people put on you that you always like to prove them wrong? Like, you can't stereotype me. And I know people do that all the time.
I think they try to stereotype me and say they try to play like I'm naive. I step into like, you know, bigger spaces. For example, nightlife. I had someone tell me, you know, they feel like I'm just not, they think I don't know nightlife. I know how nightlife go. I know how, you know, people are outside, and I know how people are when they get drunk, and I know how to handle myself outside as well. But I feel like people try to play me like I don't know nothing.
And see, and that's what I was going to ask you too. See, this is why this interview is in line, because I was going to ask you, like, you know, you're attractive, so it's like you being attractive has a complicated business, because I think when people come to you and they say, "Hey, KP, you know, do you know about nightlife?" Because I think they're talking about the business. You feel what I'm saying? Because people gonna get drunk all the time anyway. Mm-hmm. But like the business aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, like, do you know what it all involves when it comes to nightlife? And that goes with the bar. Mm-hmm. You are a bottle girl, right?
Yep.
And it's crazy that you fumbled on that. Now you a bottle girl. Now you opening up your catalog now. Mm-hmm. You feel me? How was that for you though, opening up that? 'Cause you gotta shake a little ass, KP.
I know. And honestly, I tell people when they ask me, like, my parents or my siblings, I tell people, like, that's not, I don't do the whole twerking on camera.
You be the stiff one.
I'm not.
You're like, yo, that's that stiff one again. She's
stiff.
They get like, yo, don't have her come out. Put her in the bar because she's the stiff one. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say I'm stiff. I'm big on digital footprint and a reputation for myself. I don't want to just be out here, and I'm not knocking the people who do. Don't get me wrong. You know, I love the girls who really pop their shit outside. But it's just not me. I'm not going to put my tail on Instagram and camera and stuff just because other people want me to see. I got other attributes to hype myself up without shaking my butt.
Now, in one perspective, I understand because it's you. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody going to love you but you. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So I respect that. Mm-hmm. Let me get that out the way. Now, coming right back on the other end, come on. You know what you're signing up for? It's a bottle girl. So do you think that you're going to be a bottle girl that's having bottle services that is entertaining the guests, that you're not going to shake your ass? You feel what I'm saying? Like that, and that includes that. And it's a way that you can shake your ass, though. You can shake your ass classy way, or you can do it, okay, I'm trying to get an extra dollar way. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all the business. You know what I mean?
I make sure, anytime I have customers, in general, if I'm outside, I'm having fun. If you know me, you know I'm going to have fun. Even when I was outside partying in high school and stuff, I love to just go have fun. But as far as like being on camera doing that, I don't see myself doing that on camera. Now, in person, if you catch me outside, you might see my ass shaking a little bit.
Yeah, because you outside.
Possibly. But on camera, I'm going to actually turn the other way. And I might run a little bit.
And we would see nothing. We would never see that on your social media.
Yeah, no.
Like you shaking ass or nothing like
Absolutely
that.
Not.
But there ain't nothing wrong with shaking ass. Look, don't let KP let y'all know there's something wrong with shaking ass.
Ain't nothing wrong with shaking ass.
Ain't nothing wrong with
If you got it, shake it.
Shake it.
Hey.
I know you said your father don't play about you. The boyfriend at the time didn't play about you. Your siblings probably didn't either, did they? Mm-mm. And your friends, obviously.
Yeah.
But what's something that KP don't play about?
KP. I learned that from them, though. I don't play about KP. Like I said, when I turned 20, I learned so much about myself. And I intentionally did that because, in my mind, once you move out of your parents' house, you're unlearning everything that they taught. So you can relearn what you need to know to move forward. Right. And 20, the year of turning 20 is such a reset because it's like, it's 2.0. Mm-hmm. You getting a whole new you. So you having to start over, basically all over. And for me, during that time, I took the time to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. I'm setting a trend for me. And nobody's going to tell me who I am and what I can't do. And, you this, that, and the third. No, I'm not actually.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That's just me. Like, even my mama, she'll tell you, she's a wild card, but she's very smart. Yeah. I'm very attentive to myself. I got a good reputation, and like I said, I don't be on social media doing that crazy shit.
I respect how you was rooted and you was grounded and rooted, you know what I'm saying, being when you was with your parents, you know what I'm saying, because it defined who you are now. Like, it's just some things that you're not going to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, you just not going to do it because it's not how you was raised. Right. You know what I'm saying? But, like, why was you so much in a rush to get out of your parents' house, though? Like,
I was in a rush to get out of my parents' house because I wanted to be independent. I hate being told what to do. And I also I don't hate instruction, but I hate for somebody to keep me in a box. And I hated having to keep myself reserved. Like you said, with strict parents, it's like they keep you in such an eggshell, and having older siblings on top of that, it's like they done been through it 3 times before me. ain't nothing I could tell them that's gonna make them budge before I'm gonna have to come up with something new. And that also attributed to, me being innovative now, me being creative, me being able to maneuver in all these different spaces and create a name for myself in individual spaces.
Yeah. You think you created a name for yourself?
I think I'm still creating it, but from what I've seen so far, for sure.
Yeah. That's dope. So when we talk about KP, you know what I'm saying? And we already talked behind the scenes, like what I was going to call you. And you say, a lot of people have been calling you that lately. And I think it's like two different people.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Kendra and KP is two different people. And it's like, I know people have been trying to figure that out for years. Well, they look no further. Because tonight, like, can you enlighten on us, like, what's the difference between Kendra and KP?
So, the biggest difference between Kendra and KP is Kendra is who my hometown knows. Kendra is who my family knows. Kendra is it's personal.
Last of the Mohicans, like, nah, go ahead.
Kendra is real personal, and it's you got to be real close to really get to know Kendra for real. It's the sweet one. But KP is the one, she don't play. She gonna work her butt off. She gonna figure it out. She might cry a little bit.
Yeah.
But she gonna figure it out. KP is, I feel like, my hard exterior. And it's also my business forefront as well. Because as a Scorpio, I ain't letting too many people in my personal life.
Yeah. When did you know that nobody was gonna come save you?
So many times, actually. I would have to say the one time that I just realized it was just no saving for real was
no saving at all.
2022. And I'm not gonna lie, I be avoiding talking about 2022 because so much happened.
Pandemic. It was right off the pandemic, right? 2022.
Well,
yeah, kind of. But we were still in the recession, so
it was a little rough.
So we're gonna call that the pandemic, right? It gotta be 2022.
But I feel like even with the pandemic, I feel like the pandemic was like my
was everybody come up.
Yeah,
pandemic was everybody come up. Podcast was started. Pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And
even though like I was a service-based business, I had a lot of clients in 2020. Up until 2020 to 2021, that was a big run for me. But 2022 is when I realized, like nobody's coming to save you. You gotta get up and figure it out for real. Like so much shit hit the fan. It was unbelievable. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm actually in a place now where I feel like I'm fully healed from that part of me, I would say. Yeah, just a really dark time. I realized won't nobody coming to fix nothing, won't nobody coming to save me.
Well, what was your pops at then?
He was there.
So he was there for you?
Of course. My parents,
so he
they
can't
love their baby down. They going to take care of their baby.
So you can go back home right now if you needed to.
For sure.
And see, so do you believe in that? Well, damn, I can't even ask you because you were female. I got to ask you know what I'm saying? Because it's always like, damn, if my daughters can always come back home, but my sons can't. Your father ever told you that? Like, you got brothers?
I have a brother.
Can they always go back home?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, so y'all a tight-knit family.
I wouldn't say really tight-knit.
I mean, because
it's more so like it's a if you want to.
Come back home.
And I don't want to.
So, like, look, if you come back here, you know the rules.
Yes.
So, where you going Thanksgiving? You going there?
Undecided.
I know they looking for you to be there. You know what I'm saying? I know that mom's going to whip it up. You know what I'm saying? And it's going, like, I guess, I think people need to get back to the real meaning
for sure
of it. But, like, a lot of people don't even rep Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And honestly, that's kind of where I am now. Like.
So, you more with the history now?
Not even that. Just from past experiences and over time, just losing people and falling out with people. Thanksgiving it ain't the same no more. You know how everybody always saying, "Oh, once you grow up and come out of granny house,
Yeah.
don't nobody come to granny house."
Why you feel like it's not the same no more? And what could we do to make it the same? Or does it even supposed to be the same?
I think it should be better now. And that's for everybody. I think as you get older, you should feel more inclined to be around your people and love on your people genuinely, not just, oh, what's up? No. How you been?
Right.
What's going on with you? How can I support you from afar, even if it's 3-4 hours up the road? What you need, cuzzo? What you need, friend? What you need? Whatever, Mm-hmm. And I feel like it could get better if, number one, go to therapy.
Therapy helps.
Go talk to that lady.
Damn. How much they paying for a therapy session? You go to therapy? You go to therapy?
I've tried it.
Do you go to therapy?
No.
I think she.
But here's the thing, and that's one thing that I'm trying to steer people away from is, don't think I'm just contradicting myself when I say that. Everybody should go to therapy, and if they don't go to therapy, look for true internal healing. And I think on my own, I found internal healing to the point where my childhood trauma is not defeating me anymore. I fought back enough in my early 20s to know I don't have to fight so much no more. Now we applying what we've learned over time. And if you don't take that time out to do it on your own, you need to go talk to somebody to help you do it. Because if not, all that is going to come back up eventually. And it's going to hurt when it come back up. It's probably going to hurt worse than it did when it was inflicted on you.
So how much do you believe in energy?
A lot. I'm getting to a point where now I'm getting better with reading people, especially, I would say, men.
I feel like if you're going to have those certain powers and those certain skills, you need to go work for the government.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think
and I think and I think people, because like when you got to dig that deep, that's what the government does. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you might as well just use, what you got. And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, people always say, well, how can I get to the next level?
Right.
The next level is, what's the next revenue? To me, what's the next level is, you feel what I'm saying? Especially if you were a serial entrepreneur or whatever. Like, that's something that we have in common. We both entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? And a lot of people be struggling with that. They find themselves if you're a writer, if you're an author, you have, writer's block. If you're an actor, you can't get no gigs and stuff like that. Now you want to give up. Now you're trying something else. Everybody think they can do podcasts. Mm-hmm. Anybody can start a podcast, but do you have what it takes to be sustainable as a podcast? People don't put out content like they're supposed to. I mean, if you have a show and you call it a show, you're supposed to be able to, keep up with what's today. So being a businesswoman, because I would say this right here, you like dating, you dating somebody, what's something that somebody that want to date you have to understand about dating a businesswoman?
Number one thing, I don't want to talk all the time. Please. Silence.
For real?
Yes, absolutely.
So you don't believe in having conversations with the person that you're trying to date?
No, I definitely believe in conversations, communication. That's a big thing for me. But there's times where I'm overstimulated from work, clients, or just simply figuring it out in my head that I don't want to necessarily have to deal with so much turmoil. Like, it shouldn't be so heavy.
Well, how would you explain that to the person that's trying to date you? If there's no communication to where that person knows that about you, like you said, if you know, you know. So I'm pretty sure the people that's been around you, they know that. Yeah. But for somebody that's trying to date you, how would they ever know that? Would you tell them that off the rip? Like, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I just need space before the space get there.
I don't tell them off the rip. I just, honestly, I expect it for me to have that space to myself. Wow. But what I do, make sure that I make it my duty to set my boundaries. If I realize this person is a little clingy, they're like super controlling to the point where they want me to talk all the time, or they're giving me ultimatums and stuff to try to make it seem like if you're not talking to me, then you're doing something else. At that point, it's like, okay, this is my boundary. This is what we're not going to do. And if you can't abide by that boundary, there's nothing else for us to talk about.
Yeah, go to the left.
Very much.
With that, yeah.
And again, that goes back to, I don't play about me. If you don't want to go with the boundaries, and if you don't want to respect what I got going on as a person, there's no need for you to try to get me as a girlfriend.
Absolutely. Now, we're coming up. We're in the third quarter right now. We're about to come up on the fourth quarter. And 2026 about to be here. What is something that people can look forward to from KP as far as with the businesses and everything? Because, like, how many businesses do you have?
Currently, really 2 umbrella businesses. But under those umbrella businesses, of course, I host different services, different products and stuff like that. My biggest business is A Beat by KP, my beauty business, where I'm a traveling wig stylist and makeup artist.
That's dope.
Thank you. And then last year I started a different business venture, and I became a business coach and strategist, to where I help entrepreneurs come out of that struggle. So like you were just saying, certain people can't do certain things as business owners.
That part.
And that goes to what I was saying with the whole therapy thing. If you're going to become a business owner, you have to build yourself up as that business owner. You can't just jump into it and think, oh, I got it.
Right.
Because in the end of those 5 years,
you ain't got it.
You're going to see.
You don't got it.
You don't got it.
That's why I said, looking for people to come save you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who can dig you out of this hole? You know what I'm saying? But once nobody, you're not looking for nobody, I think you got it now. You know what I'm saying? You understand what's going on with business. And we're not going to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't look at it like you're going to know everything. It's always going to be somebody that's going to help us, teach us along the way. That doesn't mean they're going to be around forever. Right. I do feel like people are in our lives for a season. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that? Because I don't know if, like, are you religious?
Very.
What are you?
Christian.
And your father was too? Or no? No. Mm-mm. Your mom? No.
My mom is.
Your mom was. Okay. She still is. Okay, so you God-fearing. Okay.
Very.
So do you, like, okay, with religion, I know religion don't go far. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to ask you this question to be done with it. Like, so when do you think, just straight up nitty gritty, do you think everybody is worshiping the same God?
No.
Well, let me say that again. Because people look, okay, so I'm saying, like, far as like God, Jesus Christ,
Are you
God.
talking about under Christianity in general?
Well, I can't just say Christianity because then you have Baptists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that, but I'm just saying anybody that believe in God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost, anybody that believe in all of that, like, do you feel like people are, like Muslims, or Buddha? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we all worshiping the same God, or is it different?
I think it's different. And I think it's different because, not because of religion, or because, religion is rules or standards.
Right.
So it's not because of religion, but it's mostly because of relationship. If you have a relationship with a higher power, that's your relationship with your higher power. That ain't nobody's relationship but yours. Even if y'all do say, if this person says they're Christian and this person says they're Christian, that don't mean that y'all got a relationship with the same God. Unless you're going strictly by the book.
See, that's what I don't understand. Do you find yourself, like, do you read? So do you find yourself just reading the Bible?
I go to church.
So then you interpreted things in your own way too.
Right.
I think that's what everybody does when it comes to religion. You feel what I'm saying? So you think this way, you think that way. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a lot of people in the business that I'm in too, people sell their souls. Yeah. And like, you got to look at all of that. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying all of that is because I'm big on what's around me. Right. The energy that's around me. You know what I'm saying? I believe in people can walk in a room and then they can leave out, but their spirit can still be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can jump on you, you can take it back to the crib with you, and then everybody in your family is acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in that. And you have to if you believe in God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, religion is a hard subject to talk to anybody about.
Right.
We're all gonna go away believing the same thing we believe. I feel like, you know. So 2026, January is the first quarter, and this is where a lot of people have to understand with being an entrepreneur. This is go time. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything lined up?
I do, actually. Not much that I want to brew out right now, just because it is still in the works.
Right.
But I do have a couple of things that's coming out soon, for sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of digital products.
Oh, that's dope. So people can be online ordering. That's dope. If you can get some inspirational words to any young female out there, I'm gonna just put this on the females. You know what I'm saying? Because you representing for the, you know, community tonight. Like, so if you could give any inspirational words to anybody out there that just want to start their own business, they may not know what their talent is, but they got to find it. What would you say to them?
My biggest word. One person's can't is another person's will. What somebody says you can't do, make it your thing to say, I will do, if that's what you want to do. And that's really the next thing. As a woman, know what you want to do, and not because of a man, not because of a friend, not because of a family member, not because your auntie, grandma, cousin, sister, whatever said so. Know what you want to do and where you headed, and stand on that, because that's the only thing you're going to have at the end of the day.
Period.
Thank
you, KP. Tell the people where to find and follow you at.
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook under A Beat by KP, or KP_Kendra. And yeah, we on the way.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I told you I had something special for y'all. I had the infamous KP, the serial entrepreneur. She was on the show tonight, and she was doing what she was doing. And I love her story, though. Her story is really crazy. I need everybody to tap in. Shout out to people in Rocky Mount. Yo, make sure y'all watch her interview. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you watch it. Shout out to Mom, dude. Shout out to Pops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, though. Y'all can find and follow me on Instagram and Facebook as Maserati Santana. Tap in with my YouTube channel on the Rise TV. Like I said, this show was brought to you by 3D Energy. So make sure y'all tap in and feel the rush, feel that power. And you're not feeling like yourself, get like yourself. You know my slogan. Until next time, love, peace, and happiness.